It's something.
It's shit, but it's definitely something.
Well, it wouldn't be good if we were doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get people who actually knew how to play.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Speaking of that.
Fucking, hey, what's up, Fuko?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Hey, wait, no, it's you.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah. Wait, how does this bit go again?
You want to know? You want to know what really coronavirus is? My cruise.
What's that, Josh?
it's when I have to do a whole show without you because you're out of town, and that actually was fairly pleasant. I thoroughly enjoyed doing a show without you here. That was the good part. But having to edit all this shit in the interim because you were out of town was actually a huge pain in my ass.
Is that actually why you keep me around, just to do the edits?
Yeah, I mean they're not great, but I don't have to do them. Yeah. So
if you had Graham as a permanent co-host, imagine all the work he'd have to do.
Yeah, I mean he would do nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean
he'd barely get through the door.
He barely gets here. He's even later than you are, which is saying something.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But yeah, no, it's good to have you back, bud.
Hey, thanks. It's good to be back in the swing.
Did you? We're back to kind of normalcy for a bit. People are asking about the live stream because all the balls were in the air and we had some pre-tape shows. So.
Like the Cahill episode, like that was pre-recorded like a month ago.
Yeah, it was months. So it's so funny because
I've been gone for a long time. They don't realize it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it on paper. But that show, it was so funny because I remember I was editing out. We had this whole huge segment on the whole RSPBA charity nonsense during that episode when we recorded it. Mm-hmm. But because it came out it's like 4 weeks later, I had to cut that whole bit because I'm just like, this has already been decided. Like, nobody cares about this shit anymore.
I don't even remember what that was. That's
it was something about like people. Some
charity thing.
They slithered away from it. They're fine.
Oh, that. Yeah. You cut all that. Okay.
Yeah, I cut the whole bit because I'm just like, well, I mean, this was like right as it was starting and it's already happened. So I don't want to do 4 episodes on it like Big Rab. So I figure. We'll just move smartly forward or dumbly forward because that's kind of what we do here. Yeah. Also, the other thing I didn't realize about what's so annoying about editing this show is I hate the fucking sound of my own voice.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this. This is interesting.
Like
Why is that?
It just drives me nuts. It's like when I'm editing the show, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many things that I have to do differently.
Is it specifically the sound of your voice, or is there something else to it?
It's the sound of my voice. I think it's like I can tell when I'm starting to like. Get into a bit and I'm like talking really fast and and it's just fuck, it was annoying to edit.
Dude, that's like 100 episodes for me. Like that's why it always comes out late because I like dread listening to it.
Yeah,
like I don't want to hear the stupid shit I say.
Oh man, but so it's gonna be interesting. As a performer, as a radio, a worldwide renowned radio personality such as ourselves.
Yep, for sure.
We must always be striving to improve our craft.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the impetus for that improvement is wanting to kill yourself for how horrible you sound.
Right, absolutely.
So, now that we've gotten past that, hello everyone, I'm Josh, welcome to the Chanarant Podcast. If you didn't know, this is an explicit show. So, since Fusco's been gone for 2 weeks, I'm going to let him do the honors.
If you're, so I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck. I can't believe we're still doing this bit.
Doesn't it feel good to, now that, because you were gone. Well, I guess we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about the cruise and things later. Listeners can review the show on iTunes. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. We'll be catching up on a lot of those today, thank goodness. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanarant store at chanarant.com. And this episode, like all episodes, are brought to you by our lovely patrons, those people who pay $5 a month to listen to us babble.
Babble we do.
And if you want to become a patron and support the show, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Chanarant. Last but not least, please invite and share with your friends. Fuko.
I think that's me. I've been drunk for like 3 weeks.
Have you really? Did you go hard on your travels?
I went pretty hard.
But you were working too, so you couldn't have...
Well, like any good pipe teacher, you show up classes hungover as hell and you just suffer. But
that's the way the pros do it.
And when the drinks are like, you buy a package and you're like, you feel like you gotta get your money's worth, you just fucking go ham.
You got the all you can drink package.
Oh yeah. We didn't quite kill it like we did last year with.
Is that just like the wristband where you just bloop?
That's all it is.
And you're just like hit me, baby, dude. If I was gonna do that package,
it was scotches like crazy and gin and tonic, like you wouldn't believe.
If I ran a cruise, I think I would like give you a score at the end.
How well you drank it,
like because they're obviously tracking it, right? So I'd be like, hey, you got the all you can drink package. You ordered 271 drinks over the course of this cruise. Here's the percentile in which you land versus other passengers who also got this package.
That would be cool, actually. That'd be good to know.
I'd want to see the after-action report on that.
They give it to you at the end. They have a list on your TV screen in your room that lists everything you've run through your wristband. Purchases, drinks.
Did you get it?
Food.
Did you take a look?
Oh, I looked at it near the last day. It was ridiculous. And this year they actually broke it up by person. Last year they combined Keegan and I. This year they broke it up by.
Because I'm sure it was half Keegan totally.
Oh, he's a drinker, man. Like he definitely put it away, and there's no doubt. But this year, like Carl. Well, no, Carl's a pretty good drinker. He hung in there pretty good.
I wouldn't have expected that of a young Carl.
I was surprised. He hung in there pretty good. And I fucking every goddamn night.
Well, we'll get into some more stories from the Love Boat Part 2 later on in the episode. But first, we got it. I mean, because we had some pre-taped shows and things, and I had Graham on last week. Rave reviews.
Yeah,
for Graham.
I listened to it. I mean, I only fell asleep once.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not bad for us.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I thought it was just I was fucking tickled that Graham decided to bring his wife to my house for a podcast recording on Valentine's Day.
I was shocked to hear her in the background. I mean, that's great that she was there.
Yeah, she was good fun too. I think she had a good time. Yeah. Okay, so let's get through some emails.
Can I review the Graham show at some point?
Absolutely. I didn't know if you wanted to do it while he was here or if you wanted to do it.
Maybe we should do it next time he comes back.
But yeah, we could do a review of the Graham show after we get through some emails. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll see if the fans agree with Fusco's review. Yeah. Okay, so this is an email from Anonymous. It says, "Hey, you father fucking cock boys." Okay. Strong opener.
Wow.
How's it going? I play in a grade 1 band from the UK. I stumbled upon your abortion of a podcast while driving early one morning in November 2019 and was like, okay, these guys get me. I then proceeded to listen to the whole back catalog in order to finally get caught up before episode 100. Holy good Christ, but you two have nearly made me shit myself and put the car over the hedge on far too many occasions. Then occasionally you will talk some sense. I've played in every grade from 4B to grade 1, so I do feel your pain when it comes to keeping a band together, losing drummers, those cunts tend to hunt in packs. True. So if you lose the lead tip, he generally takes the rest with him. I'm delighted to hear the band, who shall not be named, has a core going again and that you are on the up. Keep it up, lads, and keep your foot on their fucking necks. As Josh says on one of the ads, pipe band life isn't for everyone. That's so true, but for us fucking simpletons who get a kick out of traveling days and hours to play in freezing horizontal rain in front of a couple of dusty old fucks who couldn't play the Green Hills anymore for 5 to 7 minutes and be told we're shit and get on the bus again.
That's such a great description of what it is.
Such a succinct description of pipe band life.
Exactly what it is. Why do we do this?
It's a way of life. I class myself as a workaholic, and the band is my only release from that. I don't think about work shit when I'm piping. Keeps me sane. Anyway, guys, keep it up. Continue to raise hell. Hail Satan, Big Papa.
Nice. We got a new one, Big Papa.
That is got to be the most succinct description of competition pipe band I have ever heard. This is, literally, it's so good it warrants reading again. Get a kick out of traveling days and hours to play in freezing horizontal rain in front of a couple of dusty old fucks who couldn't play the Green Hills anymore for 5 to 7 minutes and be told that we're shite and get on the bus again.
It's so true. And we don't deal with the horizontal rain here, but other than that, it's all
Other than that, it's spot on. Yeah, other than that is a spot on description of pipe band life.
The best you can hope for is that you're with your mates. And in a lot of cases, a lot of pipe bands, you're not. You're just with a bunch of fucking people you don't like that much. Maybe over there it's different. I don't know. I barely tolerate you, and I got to put up with the rest of these idiots.
Yeah, so, the only way you tolerate me is because I'm half in the bag or asleep most of the time.
Right, exactly.
So it helps. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Thank you, Big Papa. Please write in again, and we did protect your privacy per your wishes. That's actually an interesting point. So this was we get this sometimes from people who can you not say my name on the air because I'm in a band that has like strict anti-social media policies, and if we speak up about anything, we're gonna get fucking sacked. Mm-hmm. It's a more common thing than I expected. So if you were in a band that has those kinds of policies in place, just say you want it to be anonymous. We'll still read it. We'll protect we'll protect identities. Or if you really are a freak about it, make a Gmail account. They're free, and then send it to us. Yeah,
we've never outed anybody except for I think it was like Mary or Jamie. We kept outing, or I did, but I don't think they cared that much.
Not too. Yeah, they weren't too concerned about it.
No, but otherwise we've done a pretty good job of not being so drunk.
Of not getting anybody total. Well, that's why we do this portion at the beginning of the show.
Right. Because we set up the show before.
We're usually not hammed. I hope those are the same thing that you're pouring into there. Okay. Sounds like, did I just watch Fusco make his own blend?
I blended Irish whiskey and Scotch.
Oh, it's a blended whiskey. All right, so our next email is from Jock Van Dickface. Fusco, take it away.
Jesus fucking Christ. Could you cunts tell the rest of the pipe band community to stop being snowflakes? So what if a band has a couple of pipers and their drummers? From who the fuck cares? The pipe band season in the UK is 4 months long at best.
Oh, I should mention that the subject line of this email was ringers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. That'll make this make more sense.
Yeah. If you have the means and a band from the States, Canada, Australia, or New Zealand that is willing to let you join so you can play and compete longer than the May to August period, then go for it. If I had the time off from work and a band that wouldn't mind having me, I'd be in the first plane out of Scotland. Hey, man. We are a band that's willing to have you.
Yep, come on down.
So you know. He goes.
We're not gonna pay for your shit though.
No. We ain't got that kind of money.
We'll bev you up.
We don't have Lone Star Piper money.
Yeah, we'll bev you up when you get here. Oh, fuck me. Really?
He knows I'm kidding. I love Jeremy. Anyway, you snowflakes just need to get fucking better. I'm tired of that's true. I'm tired of hearing recordings and watching videos of North American bands sucking balls. Does no one teach you guys how to tune pipes and drums? Is there no tuners in the States that can 5U drum score? Can what?
5U drum scores do T-sound.
What the fuck?
Don't. I'm assuming
Didn't they
find
invent
you.
this language?
I'm assuming find you drum scores that don't sound like mass bands shite.
Okay, to play at comps. Yeah. Rant over for now. Jock Von Dickface. I wonder if this is Jock Elliott just hiding his name.
No, this is a different person.
Okay. Hashtag 1 of the 6. Hashtag FU Joe Brady. P.S. Congrats, boys, on keeping the podcast going for over 100 episodes. Yeah, Jock. I agree. I don't know with what, but I'm just gonna agree because why not?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the tables were turned and someone was like, oh man, like, you know, if we weren't shit, people that wanted to fly us to go play with them, like we would totally do it.
Oh yeah,
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, absolutely. The party is way cooler over there.
Yeah, man, it's a good sesh. I mean, I can't understand a fucking word anybody's saying, especially when they're drunk. But
right.
And trying to navigate Glasgow without phone services.
Yeah, or 2G phone. Let me tell you how well that worked walking home from that fucking.
I like how you say with a 2G phone, that's all of the internet in fucking UK is 2G.
That's true. That's a good point.
Might as well bring a fucking handheld radio.
Me trying to walk back from that chick's dorm at like 7 a.m. with
just completely
Google
lost.
Maps,
yeah,
this thing does not know which way north is.
we're getting Fusco a compass for next time we go over.
I counted on my phone. It just was too fucking slow.
I was telling the story how after that I started writing on you with a Sharpie, where I'd like write if found, please return to, and I'd put the fucking address.
That's right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cool. Cheers, Jock. All right. Our next email is from Ross. Ross says, hey guys, I figured you lads had already seen this one, but I've been doing some back listening and just came across episodes where you introduced the win, try, fail of the week. Figured this clip would have been listened to among the halcyon days of What the Fuck of the Week. Excellent use of the word halcyon. But according to my trips down Chinarant memory lane, it has not been Wedding Epic Bagpipe Malfunction on YouTube. Now, this is not the official fail of the week, I don't think.
Not this week.
But it is worth an honorable mention.
I'm just pulling it up just to see what it was.
And pretty
sure we've used this.
He says, good luck, love the show, cheers, the Tartan Spartan, but my best friends call me Arse.
I might put this in the show notes, but everybody's seen this. It's the most classic of all fails, but we've never used it, and it's not going to be today's, but it's classic. It's fucking hysterical.
Did you want to give the people a little taster?
Well, it's so visual, but yeah, I could, I guess. Oh wait.
Describe what you're seeing as you.
So we're at a wedding. Obviously, there's a guy they're opening the doors for him to walk into the church. This has got to be. He's got glasses like he's from the 1980s. So who knows?
It's got to be an old video.
So he's about to walk in. So here we go. And boom! Hits the bass drone right on the top as he walks in. The drone. Somebody pulls the drone off his back. He keeps going. Tries to plug it back in. Oh, there's the bass. Oh, wait, now he's trying to tune. I mean, he gets a
Hey, he
job.
stopped and went to fix it.
Classic visual clue that the piper sucks is he's got a tartan bag cover.
Oh! Okay, hitting the door did not cause that high A.
No, he was bad to begin with. Nobody's laughing. Like, there's a bunch of kids like they're watching.
Oh, god damn.
Oh. Oh!
And strangely enough, Fusco, what most people don't realize, this bagpiper is sponsored by G1 Reeds.
G1, where you can also sound like this wedding piper. There's like people looking incredulously like through the door, like, what is happening?
What the fuck is going on? Oh, that
he
one
had
is a
to
classic.
be a family member. That's why they let this happen. I hope. I don't know.
Should we create? Maybe we should do like a, because you know how you can do playlists on YouTube.
Yes.
Maybe we should do like a fails playlist where we just
save them all.
It's a public, have it be a public playlist where anyone can go and watch through all the fails.
That would be amazing, actually.
Okay, Ozzy Osbourne, I know you're listening.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to get this done.
We need another spreadsheet. we need all the fails, all the wins, and all the tries on YouTube, so we'll make it a playlist.
Oh, yeah, that'll be the most amazing thing ever.
Because we did some Facebook ones, so we'll be able to use those. But okay, cool. Well, cheers. Spartan Tartan? Tartan Spartan? Arse. Everyone calls him Arse, he says, so Arse. Okay, so this next one was actually in the inbox. When I first opened this email, was the headline of Masturbator has drink spiked.
I think I heard of this, but I did not. I don't know. Tell me what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so this is a clip from the Sydney Morning Herald. It's been floating around for a couple years, but it popped up on. So it's not recent. Let me see if I can pull this up high enough resolution for me to read it with my dead ass eyes. All right, and I like the headline actually. Keen masturbator spikes own drink with Rohypnol. Keen.
Is this a true story?
This is from a newspaper. Also, there's a photo of the guy, and the caption on the photo says "passionate masturbator on the prowl." So I don't. This can't be real.
This isn't about me, is it?
This can't be. No, but we could Photoshop it.
I am
to
a passionate masturbator.
Yeah. So it says Sydney Friday. A man describing himself as a passionate masturbator has admitted that he spiked his own drink with the drug Rohypnol in order to have his way with himself. The man told the police he deliberately set out to prey on his own company by slipping the potent sedative pill into his vodka and tonic while he wasn't looking. He said his plan from the outset was to take advantage of himself while his defenses were down. I was really on the hunt for some self-abuse, the man said, and when I saw this haughty bit of hand leaning on the bar, I slipped myself a Mickey, and the next thing I knew, I was taking myself back to my place. Police have described the man as one of several predatory masturbators currently operating in watering holes around the inner city of Sydney. In fact, it's fair to say that most Sydney bars are full of wankers, a police spokesman said. So this is fake.
Oh, I was going to say, is this from The Onion? Because this is so good.
But a keen masturbator. I liked that. I like that term.
That is funny. I like passionate. I'm more of a passionate masturbator than keen, but, whatever.
Wait, what's the difference between a passionate masturbator and a keen masturbator?
I don't know. Keen means nice.
Well, or it could mean like you're keen on it, right? Like you're keen on masturbating.
Oh, well, that's true too. I'm keen and passionate. I really go after it. You know what I mean? Like
you have a.
Sometimes I stare myself in the eye.
In the one-eyed Willie?
Take chances sometimes that way. You might put an eye out. You know what I mean? But
I just thought you were just standing in the mirror at your place, just like slow jerking it,
Oh, I've done that.
Just tugging rope.
Just slow. And I look at myself in the eye like, oh, you're so sexy. Just a slow pull.
I thought you were just like, yeah, grab the balls, you fat bitch.
That's not far from the truth.
Finger my ass, you fat bearded whore. Episode title.
Wait, hold on. Let me write that one down. What did you say?
Finger my ass, you fat bearded whore.
Oh my God.
And we're back. Okay.
What does this have to do with bagpipes?
I don't know. I just have no idea.
That's great.
Okay, so that's it for emails for now. We have another one, but we'll talk about it later because I think it's like our try or something of the week. I don't remember. Okay, so we got sent. So the Up to the Line guys are at it again.
Yes, they are.
And I don't know how I feel about being their unofficial hit squad. Because they tend to they've developed a thing now where they'll send us links of stuff they find while they're trying to produce their show.
Right.
That's just absolute dog shit.
Things that piss them off.
But they don't want to be mean because that's like not their that's not our show, man.
It's not their thing anymore.
Yeah, we're an educational thing. We want to get everyone up to the fucking line, right? So we have a thread. We talk to these guys because it's it's a good session. Mm-hmm. Us pipe band podcasters have to stick together, except for pod band pipecast. I guess we could put them in the thread. Should we add them to the thread?
Might as well.
Might as well, right? It'll be a good sesh.
Dude, let's get all of us on.
All of us on
girls.
one thread.
No, on one fucking show.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine?
That sounds like it's a logistical nightmare. I'm upset that I haven't been invited on their show. So I assume it's because I'm an asshole.
And you don't live in Arizona.
And I don't live in Arizona. So one, I want to talk about Up to the Line because their second episode recently released. I have not listened to it yet.
I have not.
Have you?
No.
So I'm gonna check it out. And it only took them a month, so that's pretty good.
It's pretty good for them.
From the Grace Note guys. That's pretty good to only take a month to put a podcast. My question is, if we had like a super fucking deep pocketed sponsor like Akadabui Bagpipes, would we only have to do the show once a month?
Can you imagine how great that would be? Like how much work we put on this?
Yeah,
nonsense?
I mean, like every week is such a pain in the ass.
Hey, we could talk about Akadabui Bagpipes. You're specialist in drone reeds and bagpipes. We can do all that nonsense.
Yeah, it's got a little phlegm stuck in your throat. You're having a hard time getting it out. Just say Akadabui, and it'll go flying straight out. All of a sudden, you'll breathe clearer.
The true makers of balanced tone drone reeds. Akadabui. Sounds like something like Japanese.
We should just, you know how we used to bleep out a certain name by, we'd cut in the little Voldemort clip.
Yeah.
We should do a clip where it's just Akadabui. Like every time
we use it for.
Well, I would say probably YouTube because I think YouTube changed their algorithm to where if you swear like in the first certain amount of time you get demonetized faster.
Well, we're not monetized anyway. It doesn't matter.
Nah, we're not monetized. We don't give a fuck.
We don't make money doing it.
This episode brought to you by patrons. Patreon.com/Chinnerit.
We'll read you all later.
Yeah. But yeah, so they sent us this link, this guy, Rich Gordon, I guess is his name.
Correct.
And they wanted us to savage this dude.
I think we should play it and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, you want to play his little interview that they sent us?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Seems fair.
Are you not trendy now, though? It just seems that there seems to be bagpipes everywhere, the Red Hot Chili Pipers all over the world.
Yeah, actually, I mean, that's one of the things that I would certainly attribute the success of bagpipes today, too, is bands like the Red Hot Chili Pipers. I think that there has been a stigma attached to the instrument for many years, that it's very much an old man's ex-military kind of instrument, but certainly the guys in the Red Hot Chili Pipers have done wonders to reinvigorate the image of the pipes. And, I meet a lot of people now who say, oh, my child wants to learn because we saw the Red Hot Chili Pipers in concert. And certainly I get a lot of couples when I play at weddings, they're always asking for kind of modern tunes. They don't want the standard, Scotland the Brave, Highland Cathedral kind of thing. They want things like Avicii and things like that. Which they've certainly brought to prominence, haven't they, by doing some of those routines, yeah. I mean, you talked there about, this not being a trendy instrument when you were at school. Do you think cost was also a factor at that particular point, that maybe, a set of pipes was deemed to be extremely expensive, whereas, a guitar maybe a much cheaper commodity? Oh, absolutely, yeah. Even 25 years ago, a basic set of bagpipes was easily 4 or 5 times the price of a basic guitar, and that trend has only continued. It's not a cheap instrument to get involved in. And I think as well that there may have been a feeling of that you had to be a kind of a specially chosen person to get access to it because it was a military instrument or it was offered through a pipe band and you had to kind of give that commitment. But, I think that those barriers have come down somewhat. Is it not a fairly tricky instrument for a small child to pick up and learn? I think that's a fair point. I suppose it can be. I mean, mercifully, you don't start with a full instrument, so you're not expected to have all that puff initially. Lungs of steel, yeah. But no, I mean, certainly transitioning. Some of the younger students that I've taught in my time, they have struggled with it because they don't have the frame. Even with a smaller set of pipes, they don't have the frame or the stamina to be able to. It's a workout, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and even as an adult, if you don't play for 2 weeks, you notice it. It's like not running for 2 weeks.
We know that well in our band. If you
don't
play for 2 weeks.
I would say, because if we ever take a week off, then nobody plays.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So people lose their stamina. But so I'm a little confused.
Okay, lay it on me, bro.
They sent this to us to savage this guy, right?
Yeah.
Now I went and dug a little deeper, and while I agree he's not the best piper in the world by any means.
No, I went to his YouTube channel and watched some videos, and it's some rough spots.
Yeah, he's rough. But he's not saying anything untrue.
He's not saying anything that's technically incorrect.
I mean, he's right. I think the comment he made, and I remember thinking this too when I first picked up the pipes, like, I would have thought of... The reason I didn't think of pipes sooner is because it seemed like something you were chosen for. Like, it just never occurred to me to like, oh, it's just an instrument you can just go play. It seemed
really
bigger than that, or more special.
Yeah, I had a very different kind of opinion of that. I think when I started, it was less about, I always looked at it as an instrument you just learn and play, but it was the act of like, well, how the fuck do you find where to start to learn to play? Especially back then. Like nowadays, there's a lot more tools to find a teacher. There's online teaching. There's Skype lessons.
Super easy now.
There's things like the Dojo.
PipersDojo.com.
PipersDojo.com/Chanrant. Chanrant.com/suckless.
That's right. Get it right.
Yeah, I think that was and it. I was just very fortunate that there's a band where I grew up because I grew up in a big city-ish. Well, I grew up in a decently sized metropolitan area.
Sure.
And the band was still very small, so I kind of lucked out that we even had a band. Otherwise, I would have ended up learning from fucking service banders.
Right. God help you. I mean, but he says a couple of things. One, what else does he say?
Talks about the physicality of the instrument, which is true.
It's not untrue. Kids do struggle. He talks about what else? That people want modern tunes. I get that fucking all the time. That's not untrue. I get that request. I always say no.
Yeah, I'm about to say I get the request and I say go fuck yourself.
And I do think the Red Hot Chili Peppers have added to make it a more prominent instrument. I mean, to good or ill, but they have regardless.
I think that they've contributed to the development, because I mean, an instrument it's not sacred, right? Like the first person to hear,
depends who you ask.
like the first person to hear Tony Iommi do a guitar solo in Black Sabbath was like, well, that's not how guitar is supposed to be. Like,
right,
it's supposed to be classical guitar, or it's supposed to be this, or it's supposed to be blues guitar. Like, I mean, every instrument over the history of time, you go back and it's someone saying, well, fuck you, I'm going to do it like this.
Correct. That's true.
I mean, look at the shit that Lincoln Hilton does. Like that, if he showed one of his competitions in 1950 to somebody, they'd say, you're a fucking wanker, get out of here.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that there's no wrong answers, because it's kind of whatever you like to play. I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I guess the point being, the guy didn't say anything to me that was all that off the wall.
No, I don't think so either.
And maybe they're just, I wonder why they were so upset about him. I mean,
I know why I'm upset.
Because he's not that good of a player, and he's still, and he's like, he's on the fucking BBC.
Yeah, but
he's
like that's
on an actual
the
show.
thing. The thing that frustrates me.
They couldn't get Stuart Little to talk about this.
Is I think that's the thing though. I think that the guys that are really the masters don't want to do this kind of shit. They don't want to.
They're too busy being good.
Like, they don't want to go on the BBC.
Probably too busy practicing.
They don't want to start their own YouTube channel.
But Invery's on the BBC every year at New Year's. They do a whole fucking Hogmanay.
Yeah, but it's not an interview with Stuart Little.
No.
I mean, the only people.
Interview with us.
Yeah, I'm about to say, the only people that get that kind of access are us.
Because we're so good.
Because we're so good.
By the way, I got an interview with Rad Matheson. We'll talk about later.
Ooh, I'm excited. I hear he's just a monster of a man.
Hey, he's a great guy. He's really fucking funny.
But yeah, so I think the thing that frustrates me is you get this kind of middling level of player that suddenly get, and probably through, and not to knock them, because they're obviously smart at doing what they do, because they're making themselves popular enough to get this kind of exposure as an authority on the instrument, and it's like, dude, but this guy's decently good at playing. He's just really good at promoting himself, And I think that's one of the things that frustrates me about the whole issue is, and I say that as a person who's very mediocre at playing, but good at promoting myself.
Yes, you are.
But I don't promote myself as like a great bagpiper. I promote myself as a guy who's
great
good at
promoter.
As a guy who's good at getting drunk and making dick jokes. Like, I stay in my fucking lane when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that's the frustrating thing to me is like, okay, like, but of all the fucking people, especially when you're in the fucking UK, of all the people you could have polled or talked to that are so much fucking better than this guy,
right?
Why not? And I went and watched his YouTube channel, and I mean, like I said, I saw some okay piping, I saw some shit piping, I saw the kilted saxophonist thing that he does, which is very strange.
I'm not familiar with. I didn't catch that, but okay.
So, I mean, the dude's got like fucking 500,000 views on some of his videos, so that's a major.
That's impressive.
It's a major success.
I wish we had that.
I've been doing this for a long time. I never had 500,000 views on one of my fucking videos.
We don't have 500,000. We don't even have 10% of that total.
Yeah, like if you combine all the shit
we've ever done.
Yeah. So, kudos there, I suppose. But yeah, it's an interesting kind of thing where I feel like and it's probably not unique to. I mean, look at the Snake Charmer bagpiper. She's got like 1 billion followers on YouTube, and is very okay as far as playing is concerned.
Is it possible to be very, very, very okay?
Yeah, I'd say extra medium. I'd say that's an extra medium musician, but I mean, obviously collaborates with very creative people to make those videos and things that she does and succeeds. So I mean, what the fuck I'm sitting at my dining room table on a Friday afternoon drinking because I can't do that good stuff.
Right.
So
we can't get a goddamn sponsorship in this guy.
I can't get
BBC.
I can barely get fucking pipers to show up to 2 practices in a row or play the G's where there's G's and the A's where there A's. So what the fuck do I know? You know what I mean?
Obviously we don't know anything.
Obviously we're yeah. We only know what we don't know.
You know what I'm hoping for this year? Sidebar is that our drum corps carries us to championships because they're gonna be good.
Our drum corps is fucking banging, man. Like
they're gonna be so good.
I raked the goddamn. While you were out of town, I raked the pipers over the fucking coals over the drums. Because we had a practice where it was like 3 pipes and 3 drums, and that was all it showed up.
Yeah, but there's only 3 drums.
And I know. And I was like, guys, the drummers are better than you. And they're like, what? And
They've been here for 6 months.
I was like, these drummers have had this music for like 6 months, and they're better than you. And you've had it for 2 years. Like, the drummers are better than you. And I know you don't believe me, but when you see the score sheets and piping is 6th and drumming is 2nd, I'm like, it's gonna be fucking obvious that like it's like guys, like 100%. These guys are brand fucking new.
Well, they're not new to drumming, just new to us.
But they're new to us, and it's new music to them. And I'm like, and I'm
although
like,
Tim's new,
and I'm like, guys, fucking drummers are better than you, like 100%. I have zero doubt in my mind. Yeah. I'm so sure about this. And they're just looking at me like, like just slack-jawed. I'm like, guys, what do you want me to say? You've had 2 years to get better at this music than them, and you failed. They got better at this music than you in 6 months.
Maybe it's time for a change.
Fire everyone. Start over.
Well, there's that too. I was thinking
I had a better idea. My girlfriend's from Chicago, so we'll just move.
Do we have to drink because you mentioned it now?
Yeah, we do. Like we'll just move, and I'll just go play with City of Chicago by band.
It's a great idea. I don't know if they let us in. Like, you guys have too much baggage tied to you.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
But I wonder if, seriously though, like because we've had the same music for so long, people just stop caring and they stop trying. Where the drummers, it's new, so it's all new to them.
I think that whether it was new music or old, because we've experimented with new music, right? Like we did the hornpipe slowware thing. Mm-hmm. That was new and challenging and fun, and nobody fucking did enough homework to play it well.
That's a good point.
I feel like we've tested.
My theory is proven wrong.
We've A/B tested this. Yeah,
fuck it.
You know what the problem is? It's not that people got tired of the music because they've had it for so long and they're just bored and uninterested in the music. They're just bored and uninterested in learning how to play bagpipes well, like at a competition
Apparently,
level.
they're bored and interested in life.
Dude, we get the biggest batch of fucking. Aside from a few outliners, we have the biggest batch of fucking pandas that like just sit around all day and won't fuck to save their own species.
I just wonder what they do at home. Like when they're,
I don't know.
Like, what do they do? I'd like one of those Amazon cameras that are in your home, and just spy on and hack it and spy on them.
Yeah, and just be like, what's your day?
What's your day like?
Because like I go,
when you sit down with your practitioner, what do you do?
Like I go pretty hard all day every day, and I don't practice.
That's true. You don't.
Like, and I'm still busy all day.
Yeah, I'm insanely busy all day. I actually want to practice. I want to get back into solos, and I'm like, I want to kill myself because I'm so fucking busy.
Yeah.
I got no time to go out and get laid, let alone fucking play the bagpipes.
Dude, you got to get a girlfriend, man. It's great.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what Keegan tells me. He's like, just get a girlfriend. You get laid all the time. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We'll see. I don't know. Fucking hell.
Like, so, you get laid all the time, and you only have to pay for every other dinner. It's amazing.
That's great, man. Right now, I'm paying for every goddamn dinner.
That's because every date's a first date to you.
I can't help it if they put out in the first date so quickly.
Let's go. It is.
You got a face like this, they just want to suck your dick.
It is financially more responsible in the long run for you to get a girlfriend because then you don't pay for because every date's not the first date. You know what I mean?
So true, man. That's a great point.
You're not looking at this. You're not running the fucking numbers on this for a former finance guy.
I used to be a financial analyst, man. I should have fucking thought this through.
Just think about how your margins would change if you had a girlfriend.
I'd be rich right now if I had a girlfriend. Jesus Christ.
I mean, worst case scenario, you pay for 2 out of 3. Like it's still
better than 100.
It's still not 100%. Yeah, you gotta get on the girlfriend train, man. It's amazing.
That's a good idea. All right, I'm gonna reconsider this. I'm gonna reevaluate.
Yeah.
Not only am I going to reevaluate the players in the band, but I'm going to reevaluate my girlfriend status.
Plus, you get to the point where you don't have to like be that impressive, you know? Like it's great. We're just like, oh, like everyone, we both worked like 10 hours today, 11 hours today. Do you want to just drink beer on the couch and watch a movie? Like, yeah, totally. It's like, oh, fuck yeah. Like if it's a chick you're trying to impress to fuck,
Yeah, you gotta be fucking go an hour in nonsense. Like Jesus,
I gotta shave my balls. I gotta fucking take a shower. I gotta clean my house 17 times. You know, it's fucking.
I've been there.
Yeah,
Man.
it's nuts.
Oh, the whole clean my apartment. It's first date night in case she comes over, kind of thing. I mean, it doesn't take me very long, obviously, but
it's a small space, and you're a fairly fast cleaner.
Yeah,
I've seen you scrub a hotel room before we had to torch it.
I'm also a fast masturbator as well.
Before we had to do the old chain around checkout, which is where you just drop a Molotov in the place and leave.
And hope the DNA is all taken care of.
Hashtag chain around checkout.
That's a new one. Hold on, Channeran. I'm gonna write that down. That's a possibility.
The chain around checkout.
Channeran checkout.
You just fucking torched the place.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. so moving right along.
Let's do 9 first.
You want to do 9 first?
Then
Okay.
You can do 8.
Okay.
So we've got a couple gifts while I was away. And the first one I know what it is because he gave it to me on the cruise.
Okay.
And this was a special gift from one of the 6, Craig Farley.
Oh, dope. I love Craig.
He plays with Irish Pipers of San Francisco.
Yeah. You would recognize them as the guys that are consistently getting 6th and 7th.
Yeah. And they wear like a lot of pink.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Craig's not gay. I don't know. He could be. I don't know. So this was for us when I was on the cruise. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's gonna. I told him I'd put it on the wall somewhere.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
We'll find a spot. Okay.
Hold out your hand.
This is gonna be something gross, isn't it?
No, not at all. All right, you can look.
I'm ready.
Yes. We got one yellow flash each.
We should shadow box these and just like
we definitely should.
Like have them hanging. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Craig. We finally have our own yellow flashes. I feel like we should just make whoever's playing the worst on the day
wear them. Or those will be the new tiara of shame.
Dude. Okay,
wear
what if we got like half dozen sets of yellow flashes, and as soon as we knew we were going to cut somebody from contest, they had to wear yellow flashes for the rest of the day.
You just hand them
you
the
just
yellow
hand
flash.
them. You just be like, and that's how they knew. That's how they knew that they're not playing.
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
Oh, is that too mean? Probably.
Oh, it's super mean.
But it's pretty funny. It's pretty fucking funny though, right?
We got to be recording when we do it because otherwise we'll miss a great opportunity. Here.
Like, and then everywhere we go, people will know that the guys in yellow flashes were the ones that got cut.
I got a better idea. Have you ever seen the movie Major League?
No.
Really?
Sports movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
did anybody get exploded or shot at in the movie?
No.
Then I didn't see it.
But there's a concept, and I don't know if this is true in baseball, but it's a baseball movie. So when they're in spring training, when somebody gets cut, they have like this a red tag hanging in their locker, so they know they got to go see the coach and they're going to get cut. What if
just yellow flash on the case?
Exactly. We go out to warm up, and whoever gets cut, they all have to keep their cases but closed, and then we go slip a yellow flash into their case. And then they come back and they know if they're cut or not.
I think we should have them wear, like, we should just hand the yellow flashes. Like, sorry, bud.
That's ballsy though. I like to surprise them. I want them to like go back and like
just be like fucking
nervous to open
their
their
pants,
case.
open their case. See if there's yellow flashes in there.
Why do we always
what are the chances?
People?
What are the chances we have enough time on the date to have them go back to their case?
Well, we'll just use Angel because he won't be playing. We'll
just have him go put him there.
Yeah, because he won't be doing anything. So
we should get a set. We need to get a set for Angel for sure.
Permanent set. Just have his name embroidered on it. Permanent.
His ass is so goddamn cut.
His ass is permanently cut.
I've said it on there like 15 times. I was like, I am cutting Angel from the first contest. I don't care what happens.
One last thing I want to say about Craig is he bought me a free drink at the on the cruise because it was all free, so it didn't matter. But good dude. But I looked him up because I had to look up his last name, and I looked him up on Facebook. Look at this. I've got a comment on this. Who are they?
Oh no, Craig, run,
Craig.
Please tell me your daughters are hitched.
Look up Craig Farley on Facebook.
Don't look up Craig. Don't stop. Don't encourage people to Facebook stalk. Do you have any idea who listens to this show?
Got apparently 4 daughters that are quite attractive young ladies, and I would love to meet them when we go to Pleasanton. So Craig, hook me up, brother. The daughters are all lovely ladies,
and that's how Fusco. That's how our next care package from Craig contained anthrax.
Oh, that's great. Hey, It's not my fault he's got good genes. Look at these broads. Fuck's sake, mate.
Oh
anyway.
my goodness. Well, thank you very much for the yellow flashes, Craig, and apologies. And also, apologies for all the hate mail you're going to get from the members of the band that shall not be named when we implement the new yellow flash policy.
They're going to hate you.
It's just going to be like, here you go. That's you today.
I love this idea.
Do you think people would quit? And also, do you think it would make us better or worse if they did? Like, I'm going to force everyone into a having fun mentality, and I'm just done with dealing with people's feelings.
Yeah, but how's that fun?
Because it's funny, right? Like, if it was me, if it was me and I got yellow flash, I'd just be like, fuck. And I would just put them on, and that would be...
Put them on and just
that would be me for the day.
I would go to the beer tent and live it up.
I'd go to the beer tent and get shit-faced because I got yellow flashed,
I can't wait to yellow flash Graham. We'll talk about that. But
I'll have the fucking tunes in 2 weeks.
Well, I'm going with this whole new philosophy of make the band bigger, and I don't care. I don't want to lose people.
Okay.
That doesn't mean compete. I just want them to be happy
to be there
in the parade band.
Well, and I've talked to people about that too. I'm like, if you don't want to actually put the work in to be a competitive band member, that's fine. But tell me, because I won't put the work in to teach you the competition music.
Right.
Like,
just play parade music and go home.
Yeah. Like,
why drive us and you nuts? But anyway.
So fantastic. Okay, so we got another gift package.
Yeah, this is from Baggy McBagpipes, aka
Super.
Jimmy Bob Jangles. I'm gonna let you open it because I've seen what's inside. Because I had to open it and make sure it wasn't a bomb
Or poison.
or poison or whatever.
Yeah,
but
we should probably stop like eating and drinking things people send us.
we should absolutely should.
Ooh. Chocolate milk stout. Utter chaos. Cow puns.
I don't know if it's from where he's from. I don't remember the context of why he sent this to us.
This is from Talisman Brewing Company, but I don't know where that is. Northern Utah.
Oh, he must be one of those secret fans that won't say his real name.
So we've got some rainbow shades.
Those are for you, I'm sure.
I'm guessing.
What else? Oh, another one. There's one for each of us, I suppose.
Uplifted Scottish style ale, also from Talisman.
I like.
Oh, we're gonna do a little beer tasting if these are these cool enough for you to drink? I don't mind.
I'm fine with room temp.
We've got some Garbage Pail Kids Tongue Destroyer Green Habanero hot sauce. So the Chanaran hot sauce segments are coming back.
They're coming back. When we need to wake up, we're having a rough night, and we're just not ready.
And Nuclear Meltdown.
Is that like a watermelon flavored one?
No,
it's just a pink color.
no,
Okay.
yeah, this is.
Are those? Oh, yeah.
We got some Jerry Garcia ties.
I don't understand this. He probably told me, but I don't know why this is a thing.
Which we will wear to Tartan Day.
Yes, definitely. I'll wear those fuckers. Oh wait, are those nude chicks?
No, these are like weird, awkward family photo coasters.
Okay.
Oh, another pair.
Oh, I get some too.
Oh yeah, baby.
They're tartan, aren't they? It's kind of like a weird rainbow tartan.
An assortment of pins and stickers. Oh my goodness, look at these. You'll do fine as long as you play it right. Oh, this is the Garden Valley Pipe Band. Oh shit! I remember
this
these
is
guys.
those fucking
Yeah,
guys.
I remember
Okay.
these dudes.
This is Zach's band.
And then these two little sticky things. I'm not sure what those are. I'm
All right,
concerned
this
about
might be
those.
that dude that wrote to us about like how much he's like Zach's best friend or something. Because this shit, look at this shit. Okay, look at this. Oh, you saw that one.
Oh yeah, you got to show the camera.
This is me in 1988. Right? Then this is me in 1990.
Oh my god, you weren't that chunky.
No, I definitely wasn't. I am now, but not then. Oh my god, my sisters look just like this.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I didn't even see he wrote a letter to us.
He did.
Oh,
Yeah, man, this is our dude. Okay.
is it him?
Yeah, so he says, Rant Dudes, please accept the eclectic contents of this box as a showing of my grandiose gratitude to you for persevering and regularly providing me with, and at least 5 other people in this world, with regular top-notch entertainment. Find contained here within 2 Garden Valley Pipe Band pins, 2 poop stickers. Zach Lees used to write poop on anything he could, graffiti with these stickers in his memory. Of course we
Where's the
shall.
poop stickers? I didn't see those.
I think they're probably in there.
Oh yeah, okay.
2, you'll do fine as long as you play it right pins. This is what Zach used to say to a person if they were nervous about a competition. 2 pair of Garden Valley Pipe Band sunglasses, full UV protection. 2 universal water traps. These were invented, designed by Zach. Someday, after more development, they'll become available to the world. These are version 2.1. 2 Jerry Garcia neckties. So when 2 sinners repent and come into the T-Rex, you'll have some excellent neckwear for Sundays. Some coasters. Some local novelty beers. No idea if they're any good. Additional notes. Poop. Zach wrote this on walls, cars, computer monitors, people, etc. And those of us who miss him continue to do so. Someday I hope to establish a bagpipe educational charity called Poop, Power of One Person. I'll let you know if that ever comes to fruition. That's fucking awesome. Universal water traps. I've tested these in a lot of practice channers. They work in most, if not all. Here is a useful diagram.
And they're practice channer water traps?
Yeah, and this diagram is great. It is very useful, but it does look like a butt plug. If you really zoom in on it.
I need to see this. Like, where do you put it? Oh, I see. Okay.
From Piping Jim. Dude, that is amazing. Thank you so much, man.
That is awesome. We should definitely do a beer tasting. Maybe we'll do that after the break and get those set up.
Yeah, we'll get some glasses and we'll do a beer tasting after the break.
I like the glasses. We'll wear these to the Vegas games, I'm sure.
Absolutely, man. That's fucking phenomenal. And at some point we'll have to try some of these hot sauces as well.
That's happening. It's happening.
Be some good old butthole burners. Okay, so before we go to the break, we had one more thing in our notes. Number 10, that's you, buddy.
Have you listened to Big Rab lately?
No.
Okay, so
not because I didn't want to, but because I haven't had time.
Yeah,
I've actually been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan lately, which you'd think I already listened to, but I didn't normally listen to, and now I'm getting hooked on it.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. So Big Rab, the one that I caught as a recommendation from Mary Queen of Legs, she suggested that I catch up on this one, is Rab recently had his wife on.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the last one he put out, I think.
Mrs. Rad.
Yeah, and it was well, I mean, once I skip past the first 75% of it where he did the news. And of course the commercials.
We should suggest like a secondary product where if you're a patron, you get just the topic of the week.
we cut his topic of the week out and just put it.
No, because I'm a patron of the Big Rab Show.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So for patrons only, he should do a post
second edit
that's
just the
topic of the week.
That's a great idea. Rab, you should get on that. So,
that would be awesome.
So his wife is lovely. She is fucking hysterical. And I learned so much about Rab and their interaction between the two of them.
Really?
It's great.
So it's
worth some actually interesting.
So it's worth a listen.
It is worth a listen. Skip to about an hour 30 in, and then just listen to the last 20 minutes. But we're getting angry emails from Rab right now. But it is hysterical to hear the story of them. They knew each other when they were like 15, 16 years old. Got married. Oh my God! If you were not recording,
our card got full at some point. I don't know when, so we're gonna have to pull from the stream.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, well, are we recording on the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. That's going to make things messy.
It will.
So, anyway. So, it's interesting to hear how they got married, how she was in pipe bands for 2 years just to hang out with him. And one of the more interesting things that they talked about was he asked her for advice for women involved with men in pipe bands. I've lost my...
There you go.
There we go.
So
okay.
Advice for women involved with men in pipe bands.
Yeah. And she said, join or get out. It's more
like join the band or just like join the culture?
Well, culture too, because she talks about like you're going to end up holding a whole bunch of rain capes if you're not in the band. So you might as well be in the band or like water bottles and shit. But it's really quite funny. And she's like so different from Rab. It's so interesting to hear that he's with her. Not in a bad way. It's just funny because she's very right to the point, and you know how he's so political.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, we've talked like we've had him on our show before, and he's not quite as political
when he's with us. No,
it's one of those things where when he's doing his show, because of the restraints of his platform, that he's kind of got to be.
Yeah, it's like Rab goes into Rab mode.
Yeah. Well, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. Like when he's in Rab mode, he's not in Rab mode. Like we've been trying to organize getting him and probably the guys from now Up to the Lion, I guess, not Grace Note, get them back on the show sometime soon.
Yeah.
And just because people feel more free to let loose on our show.
They do. Yeah.
Because the only people that
Joe Brady.
Because the only people that are going to get in trouble are us.
Exactly. We'll get in trouble.
And nobody seems to mind getting us in trouble, including ourselves. Like we don't give a shit.
So. Anyway, I highly recommend it if you've fallen off a Rab a little bit lately.
jump back on.
At least that one. Otherwise, I would ignore the rest of it.
Yeah, I'll give it a listen because I'm.
Oh, and
I'm
she makes a list joke, which is fucking great. She says something about like if I didn't put like chores on the. I said the only way Rab does chores is if I put him on a hist or something like that, and he sort of hesitates. It's great. Or something like that. But it's great.
I'll check that out. Okay, cool.
So anyway, Rab, it was a good episode. I liked it, and so bring your wife on more. I think they should do a pair thing because
are they pretty funny going back and forth?
Back and forth, like she's typically Northern Irish.
Well, it's hard, man. Like I still don't know how he does it because like if I just had to sit here and rip a whole show by myself for an hour,
that's crazy. That he
there's
does that.
no way I could do it.
I don't understand how that happens.
Yeah, like I think it's partially. I don't think it's scripted. I think it's like bullet pointed. Mm-hmm. But still, that's a nightmare. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk to some of the people that are on the chat and the stream, and we'll be right back with episode 106.
Pipe band life's not for everyone, and it doesn't always come at the right time. But with the Chanarant podcast at patreon.com/Chanarant, you can be there at the right time for you and your loved ones. It happens to a lot of guys. You're not ready to pipe band as hard as the Chanarant guys do. But with patreon.com/Chanarant, you too can be ready anytime, anywhere.
And we are back. Thank you for everyone who stuck around during the live stream. And thank you for having the live stream since our audio recorder is full of memory. And
thank God we actually produced this to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, just as,
just keep an eye on that. Make sure that keeps happening.
Backups for backups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Fuko, we got some tasty beers sent to us. I feel like we should try those while we go through the win, try, and fail of the week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or do you do what? We do fail, try, win. Is that the order you want to go?
I don't remember. I'll just pick one.
Okay, so this is the.
We'll pick one and see what the audience thinks this is.
This is
the win, the fail, or the try?
This is the uplifted Scottish style ale
from Talisman Brewing Company. Scottish style ale. Let me try this. You can try if you want to drink it first, so you don't get the herps.
It's quite good.
It doesn't taste like Scottish ale to me though.
No, it's not very heavy. Usually Scottish ale's a lot heavier.
It's got more way more bitterness to it normally. Not hops.
It's not bad though.
I could dig it.
Yeah,
it's more.
It'd be better a little bit chilled.
Is it malty? It's a
little bit malty. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It'd be better. It'd be a little bit better chilled in my opinion. Because it kind of tastes to me like that kilt lifter that's been sitting out at the beer tent for too long because you didn't drink it fast enough in Arizona.
Right.
And this is the Utter Chaos Chocolate Milk Stout. I think that's probably up your alley.
Okay. Do you feel the numbness? It numbs your tongue a little bit?
A little bit.
It's got like hot sauce in it or something? It's interesting.
Either that or they poisoned it.
We didn't take the check.
Chanarant dies on air, episode 106. We need to get those. We need to get those little straws that they invented, so that when you put it in your drink, it tells you if there's Rohypnol in it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Then when we're drinking the beers people send us, we'll know if we're gonna get roofied on air.
All right, you ready? So I don't know which one this is, but we'll figure it out as well.
Okay, right. Rip it.
fuck is that, Column Bay?
No.
Oh, it's got a similar feel. It's definitely a 5/4.
Yeah, I've heard it before. I'm trying to think of the name.
Oh, it's 4/4. I was about to fucking throw my computer through the wall.
It was Golden Bay.
I thought it was Column Bay first. All right, so what do you think?
So win, fail, or try? I'm thinking try. I mean, there's some good spots in there. There were some decently sized fuck ups as well. I like the drums.
What did you like about the drums?
I liked that they kept the same tempo throughout, despite the pipe core's inability to keep the same tempo throughout. I thought that was nice.
I like the drums kept it simple.
Yeah,
they did not go out of their lane.
you could hear the lead. You could hear the lead kind of in those little bits before everybody else came in. So they had lead and chips, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the drums were steady. Let me put it that way. They were. They didn't blow my ass out, but they were steady.
They didn't make me want to kill myself.
No. And then the piping had some good moments, but just a lot of like unison problems. A couple mistakes. Yeah. Some honkers.
Little drone variation.
Some drone issues. I would say more than anything, unison was an issue. The drones were I don't think it was all in tune, but
no. But this is I'm going to say this is definitely a try of the week. And the reason that is because this guy's actually a patron. So
really?
I'm going to upgrade him to try of the week.
Oh, so he paid his $5 went to
upgrading
himself from fail to try.
Fail to try. Hey, you can't just like
it's
pay
Vegas.
your way in to win.
It's Vegas, baby. Hey.
You tip your way into this. You know what I'm saying? But this is our buddy Killian's band from the Grand Rapids District. Pipe Band.
Shit, that's awesome.
And I do appreciate the way in the first Slow Air, whatever the fuck tune they were playing, that they waited to do the harmonies until like halfway through the second part. They really waited, and they created some drama by waiting for it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there it was. You're like, because most pipe banders figure.
I would say that
first part, harmonies.
I would say that they waited until everyone was super fucking bored, and then they added harmonies.
They're like, oh wait, something's happening.
I should start listening again because there's a different thing.
And it's a Slow Air set, so I mean, it says the name of the tunes. I don't recognize these, but hey, you know what?
Good try.
Good job, man. Good
All
try.
right, so are we on to what is this, the fail coming up next?
Yeah, we should probably go to the fail.
You remember, we do the win last. It's got to wash the taste out of our mouth of whatever the fail is.
Wash that fail right out of my ears. Hold on, let's play a game with this. Sorry, I forgot to mention. The person who sent this to us said, how many clues this dude plays in a service band?
Okay. And I can't see him, and I'm already up to 5.
I'm doing the visuals. You're doing the audio.
Oh God, there's more. Yeah,
this goes on.
I wanted to hear a cutoff. Is there a cutoff somewhere I could listen to?
But let me see if it looks like an obvious.
Because I'm assuming the cutoff's going to be shit.
All right, here we go.
And I was right. Look at that.
Surprise!
Oh my goodness, what a surprise. The cutoff was shit.
Oh my god. So let's go through. You give me an audio clue that he, and I'll give you a visual.
Okay, so the first audio clue I had obviously was just tuning. The chanter and drones were not tuned to the same pitch. That's an obvious one.
Well, let me go visual.
Okay.
Go back and forth. He's got a turnout bagpipe cover.
Oh, fuck me running. Okay, well, that would have been a very obvious clue if
It's
I had seen it.
reflective. It's very reflective.
My second one was the run in Scotland the Brave. Dun, 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 instead of doing da, da, dun, 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 da, 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 da. Very service bandy there. Very round run.
2, he's got one of those god awful green Balmorals on.
Okay. 3, high A, just fucking flatter in Kansas, just absolute dog shit. So didn't tune his chanter at all. So service band.
He's got epaulets on his. He's wearing a white shirt with a kilt, but epaulets, but with like some sort of like actual thing on it.
Mm-hmm. So he's got
For no
actual. He's
reason.
actually some kind of like rank thing, or no?
It looks like a rank thing,
But it's probably fake,
it's
right?
fake.
It can't
It's
be.
gotta
Yeah.
be. Yeah. There's no way that looks. There's nothing reality about that.
Simplified versions of the tunes, no embellishments really. It was all simple grace notes and taps, not burls and doublings.
Yeah. Plus wicked crossing noises.
Wicked crossing noises. That was one of mine as well. Yeah. Shit cut off.
Yep,
which
cut off.
which I waited for because I'm like, I know it's coming. Like I could tell by the playing that it's going to be a shit cut off.
This is funny. This is one last thing about the visual part of this. That Easter egg back to the Bill Caswell episode where we talked about what could you learn from pipe band, like from each other.
Yeah.
And this is a good part. What Bill talked about is like this guy is not even close to marching in time.
Oh really?
Not even close.
Oh wow.
And he must be a firefighter. I assume he's a firefighter, police, something or other, because he's got a turnout fucking back.
It's got to be fire if it's turnout back cover,
That's what
right?
I would
Yeah.
assume, but obviously the paramilitary stuff did not sink in.
Well, we talked about that in a separate conversation after we did that Kirk and the Tartan gig, and we talked about he was so surprised. We were talking about maintenance and how like bagpipe maintenance is real shit in service bands. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that surprises me because you would think that every other aspect of their day, they have to like really, really carefully maintain
Everything.
their equipment, their trucks, their oxygen masks. Like all this shit has to be like in perfect working order for them to do their job right. And then the bagpipes are just like, hey, just fucking chuck it in the box. It'll be fine. Like,
It'll be fine.
yeah. Like,
I'm
wait,
sure that'll
what?
work next St. Patrick's Day when I pull it out.
Yeah,
again.
when I pull it out in 6 months, I'm sure it'll be okay. Like, there's an interesting dichotomy there. Yeah, that's a fail. That's definitely a fail.
Definitely fail. So whoever you are, go fuck yourself.
So how do we wash the fail away?
All right. So we have. I hope you know more about this than I, but we have the Hot Koala fundraiser.
Oh yeah. So the fundraiser I actually don't understand fully. I'm gonna have to get some clarity on that because it has these like different levels of fundraising that James, who wrote Hot Koala, is like willing to send people like hard copies of the music and other perks and things. But I have no idea how he's intending to actually collect this funds or what's going on there.
He sent us like an email, but I don't know. Is that
It's-
you want just to tell people the email address? Like what?
I don't know how that works. And so until I understand it more,
Let's just play the fucking.
let's
song
just
you
play
wrote.
the fucking clip. So he wrote this tune, Hot Koala, and he has a version with harmonies. It's really good. Like there's thirds in there too.
I think so.
God damn, dude. It's a banger.
It's a little busy for my taste, but it's close. It's
pretty cool.
I think he's on to something.
But yeah, I mean, it depends on how you scale it,
I
right?
think maybe
Like,
the thirds were a little too much. But
I think the way that that's actually done is I think it's one doubled firsts,
maybe.
then a third and a four harmony and a third,
Anyone wants some music for it, he sent it to us, so we can
which
certainly send
is
it to you.
it's pretty fucking awesome. The only thing is because it's in, I think that's all in bagpipe writer. It sounds like.
Oh, is it? Fuck. That would be terrible.
So
Oh, you mean the way you played it back?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he just played it back to us in bagpipe writer, so you can't like really do dynamics because like if you did it with 6 players and only one was doing the third, one was doing the harmonies, one was doing the thirds, I think it would balance a lot better. But that's a pretty fucking dope tune, man.
Well, if there's anything that anybody knows about balance, you obviously do because you gave Stuart, not Stuart, what's his name? Stephen McWhorter advice on drums
Yeah.
and balance,
And
it worked out for them. So
Yeah,
obviously,
and Andy. I gave Andy Adams some advice as well.
that's true.
So
That's true. And he took it and he
did nothing.
promptly threw it in the trash.
He took it and said, "Here's how they're supposed to be fucking playing it. If they're not playing it this way, it's not my fault."
Exactly.
Which was fair. That's fair criticism.
Were we supposed to say the name of the guy that did the? Did we say his name? I don't remember.
James.
James. Yeah. So if you are interested in donating to this Hot Koala Fund, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. Once we figure
We're
out
still
how the
figuring
hell
it
it's
out.
supposed to work,
Well, let us know, and we appreciate him trying to do something. He's trying to do something
he's trying to do something. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the
more
big
than
thing,
we
right?
ever did.
Like the big thing is everyone just kind of does nothing.
Rab raises money for kids with cancer. Still the worst name of a charity of all time.
We raise money for hot koalas.
Hot koalas. Through other people who actually
Also,
do the work.
is that going to be the new term that we use to describe sexy Australian? Is we'll just be like, man, she's a pretty hot koala.
Hot koala. That koala's on fire. Why are the flames licking that koala's back?
Like her to climb my eucalyptus, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to put out the flames on that koala's back, if you know what I mean. Oh, shit.
All right, so
With
topic
my
of the
cum,
week.
people. You get it?
It's a jizz joke.
All right, jizz joke. Come on.
Hashtag jizz jokes. So, on to the topic of the week. Mr. Andy Fusco, you just got back from the Dojo U cruise where you tore apart 50 people's pipes all week and didn't teach them anything while dodging the coronavirus and getting drunk.
Exactly.
Tell us all about it.
Let me tell you. You want to know the most important thing I learned on the cruise this year? Do you?
Sure, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Good. Yes, and come on, motherfucker.
Yes. Yes, and I would.
I learned that the French strain of herpes kills the coronavirus.
Really?
I was immune. I could do whatever I wanted.
Because you got French herpes.
I do.
Before you were on the ship or while you were on the ship?
Oh, no. I've had it for years.
Had it for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any of those women out there who've been with me in the last few years,
You're immune to coronavirus.
you are now. Think about it positively.
You're immune to coronavirus, but you also have HPV.
Hey, we all do at this point. I mean,
So
really.
you take the good with the bad, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like,
You don't need those fallopian tubes anyway. So anyway, no, actually, but seriously.
so tell us what happened, because I saw the story on like Piping Press or whatever where they talked about how the cruise got delayed, right?
Correct. So we were on the news and everything. Carl and Andrew and Rab were brilliant masterminds of the media. Thanks to Keegan, of course, who had a list of every media outlet in the fucking country because he's a genius. But essentially, what happened was,
So you guys pivoted and leveraged this into
we definitely did
into a plus.
It worked out brilliantly, actually, and I have a clip of it. So, so what happened is we get there on a Thursday. Everybody basically arrives to Newark, goddamn New Jersey, northern New Jersey, in the fucking wintertime. At the airport hotel. We're all at an airport hotel. There's nothing near us. We get a message from
Newark, New Jersey, also known as Baghdad Light.
That's exactly correct. It's like a whole lot of Middle Eastern people, if you know what I mean, and amazing Portuguese restaurants. But anyway, we get there, and the ship coming in, the ship that we're gonna get on, but it's landing that day to let everybody else off that Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
3 people on that ship are suspected to have coronavirus.
Okay.
So they tell us, like, you can't get on the ship on Friday. We're doing a whole thing.
Top down.
CDC's involved.
Oh yeah, man.
They're testing people. They're cleaning the entire ship from like
stem to stern, baby.
Crazy, right? So like you can't get on Friday, and we're like, fucking hell. So what do we do? So Saturday comes, can't get on the ship. They're like, maybe Sunday. So then they tell us it's definitely not going to be Sunday. It's going to be Monday, right? So we're all sitting in a hotel. Like people are like fucking starting to lose their minds. Like, what is it going to happen? Is it not? What do we do? Do we go home? What do we do? So finally Saturday, like late Saturday, they let us know. To be fair, the company Royal Caribbean was amazing. They
put you guys up?
They put us up. They paid for all the hotels. For everybody on the ship,
That
everybody was stranded, right?
That was my first question, was did they put everybody up?
They
and then
absolutely
also my other question was, did that push the end date back as well?
No, it did not.
Okay.
So that's where the issue comes in. So, but they were really cool about it. They were really let us know what was going on. They gave people like unbelievable deals, and I'll tell you that in a second. But they also they paid for all the hotels. No question, right? Not even hesitation. So Saturday they tell us, all right, we're not going to leave until Monday. We're not getting on the ship till Monday. We're like, fucking hell.
And you guys all came in on Friday, right?
Yeah, we came in. No, we were there on Thursday.
Oh shit.
We were going to plan to get on the ship on Friday and then start teaching on Saturday.
Teach on Saturday.
Right. So now it's Saturday and we haven't done anything yet. And we're like, fuck, this is going to fuck it. We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right? So
and
then
people
Andrew's
paid.
people paid. Yeah, absolutely. They paid for the cruise. They paid for the teaching, right? So then Andrew was like, all right, try to find a way to get us like a conference room in a hotel, and we'll just start teaching now. We'll just start and see where this goes. So we did that. We started teaching on Sunday. Sunday we did like a half day or whatever teaching on Sunday in one of the hotels. But the other thing that happened was we didn't know where we were going. So on Sunday, like halfway into our teaching class, they shoot out messages saying, we're going to let you guys get on the ship tonight. Essentially, they didn't want to pay for hotels anymore, probably.
Yeah.
Like, get on the ship tonight, but we're still not leaving till Monday, but
you can stay on the ship.
Everybody's like, woohoo! Now it's time. Now we're ready to party.
Food, bevs.
Food's taken care of. At this point, like, now we're paying for everything. We're paying for hotels. Well, not, they're covering that, but food, drinks, whatever.
Yeah.
Every night.
And you guys had all gotten packages and shit to cover your food and your drinks. And
all that shit's covered when you're on a cruise, right? So anyway, we get on a Sunday. They end up taking off on a Monday, but they had to change the entire itinerary. So instead of going to the Bahamas, we go to Bermuda, which is equivalent to like roughly North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So the weather's not as nice. It's not as warm. I mean, it's still 70s. It's still fucking nice compared to most people that are in the Northeast. But it's not like I didn't go in the ocean. Like fucking water was cold. Like we definitely did not.
Your dick can only shrink so much,
right? I only got so much room to lose
before you need a plunger to get it back out again.
But to be fair, so the other part of that was that the dojo, when we found out we got stranded a little bit on like Saturday, we started like figuring out like how are we going to turn this into a positive. Keegan, who used to be involved in politics and knows all the stations, all the news stations and stuff, sent us a list of stations. Carl wrote up a press release. We started sending it out to everybody. The fucking news, we're going to do a, what do you call it?
Flash mob?
Flash mob in the hotel.
That's the way to do it, man.
And
I would have said the exact same thing. I'm like, we're turning this into a parade.
Right.
Like
that's exactly what it was. So they called the news, like 3 or 4 stations showed up. We did this flash mob. I have a little bit of a clip of it. I'll play for you. And we just turned it into a positive. People were super happy. Hey, these students love to play. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Let's just go play in a hotel lobby. That's all it was. And drink at the bar. Okay, we'll have a good time. And that's what we did. So
making the best of a bad situation is part of pipe band life, man.
Absolutely. So then I think this might have been Friday night, actually, now I think about it. So then Saturday comes and another news station shows up. And they're like, oh, we heard about this, but we couldn't come out last night. Are you guys going to do it again tonight? Like, no, but they interviewed people anyway. So
nice. So
it turned into this whole thing. It was quite good. And then, of course, we get on the boat and we just go to Bermuda and do the classes.
Do the
like
normal
we always do.
Thing.
And everybody was pretty much happy. So we couldn't really complain. So here's a little bit of the Dojo Cruise band, if you will. In the lobby of the hotel. I don't even know. I haven't listened to this yet. So
Dojo and District Pipes and Drums.
Right. Andrew's right there, so hopefully his channel filming us. So apparently it's on repeat. But so that's essentially us playing in the lobby. There's Rab Madison and Andrew Douglas standing right next to each other, and a bunch of newscasters. So they turned it into positive. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Hey man, you just gotta fucking make it work. Man.
You gotta make fucking lemonade.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
By making lemonade, do you mean pissing your pants?
Did you piss your pants when you were drunk?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Probably a couple times.
Yeah.
So what are some notable quotables from the Dojo U cruise, the Dojo Coronavirus cruise, 2020?
I was blacked out most of the time, so I don't remember much.
especially when you were teaching.
Especially that, yeah. No, but memorables. I think just that everybody had a good time. They made the best of it. It was really cool to see the students, especially turn it positive because it could really have gone down a hole, and it didn't. And people just were super like adjustable, which was nice.
That's kind of like, I mean,
unlike most pipe bands, people were adjustable.
Yeah, I don't think you could have gotten away with that with any other crowd of people because, especially like dojo folks, because they're so used to trying to like bend over backwards, just make it work, and try to get the lessons that they're trying to get and whatever. Mm-hmm. They don't. I don't feel like they feel entitled, which is crazy to me because they all pay into the system, but they really. I've never gotten a sense of entitlement from like a dojo student person. They're always just like happy to learn and happy to be there and kind of there for the sesh.
I would say that's mostly true. Yeah, 95% of the time, yeah, that's probably right. So, and that's definitely what it turned out to be. So it turned out to be pretty good. And in the meantime, I was able to get some great clips of Rab.
Oh, really, Matheson?
Yeah, I got some clips of everybody, but some people won't let us use them.
Okay.
So Who changed their mind after the fact.
Yeah. So what kind of wisdom are we gonna be privy to?
So I've got so much of stuff that Rab said. So I think we're gonna break this up over some episodes, and we'll just do a new.
So we have a new segment. What does Rabby say?
What does Rab think about whatever this topic is that we'll just?
What does Rab Madsen say?
But I do have. Where are we at in time? We don't even know, do we?
Yeah, we're pretty far in. We're over an hour. We're about an hour 20 now. So if you pull out the break, like that's like 10 minutes. So maybe an hour 10.
Okay. So we got a little time then. So I think what I'll do is I'll give some highlights of Rab, because do you know who he is, by the way?
Never met him.
Okay. Well, I mean, but are you aware of him?
Nah, he's a guy.
Okay. So Rab Matheson is the pipe major or former pipe major of Shots.
Oh, okay. Shit.
From
Dope.
like roughly 1992-ish to 2006. Or
So he's old balls.
Yeah, he's old. Well, wait, no, he's not old. He's but he's won numerous world titles. He's like Jim Kilpatrick's best friend. The two of them stick together forever. And he's just seen and done it all. And now he's a judge for RSPBA in the Worlds. He's judged the Great Worlds and stuff. So, but he's a funny ass guy. He's got great stories. He's not like above it all by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just funny, dude. So, just to give you a little history, he talks about a lot. The first thing I'm going to play is the question, more or less, is Carl asks him, "Did your parents teach you the pipes?" And sort of like where he came from a piping perspective. Keep in mind, this is there's a lot of background noise, so bear with me.
Yeah, no worries.
So here we go. Here's Rab talking about, did your parents teach you the pipes?
Nobody in the family played pipes. Nobody played. Actually, I went to lessons for the practice chanter not knowing it was a pipe.
You're like, ooh, this is a nice flute.
Well, he's great. The chanter class was on a different night from the pipe band. And there was one of the guys in my class at school who brought the chanter into school at end of term when you can bring games and stuff in, you know. They brought this in, I had to go to it, I thought, I'll go to this. And I was there for a few months before I knew it was pipe.
How did you get it? You used to turn up and get turned away because that's what
there would have been about 45 in the class. And they took me along, and Johnny Barnes was the instructor, and he says, come back next week. There'll be 4 or 5 thrown out that's not going to make it. And so I had to go back a few times before I got in. But when you were taught then, there was none of this, we'll teach you a tune without the grace notes. You got the scale with grace notes, and then you got the barrel. And you run the barrel anything between 2 to 6 weeks. And if you never mastered the barrel, you were told not to.
Oh, so you still shouldn't be piping.
When I was younger, I could play one.
Yeah, he just maintained, if you can't play a barrel, there's no point going any further forward, so don't come back.
So no matter he's a great teacher.
You wouldn't get away with that nowadays.
Or a credit card or anything.
So how old were you?
12.
You'd be called a burlist if you did that nowadays.
12, yeah. We ended up having a novice band from that class of 7 pipers plus him. And they won all the championships in novice through to juvenile, and won juvenile as well. And I think 5 became grade 1 pipe majors out of 7.
$98 a month, it's paid for. Then you get it back, you dust it
Who were
off,
the others?
and you put it on the shelf again.
David Barnes, Gordon Stafford,
So one little $200
Jimmy
TV
Drummond,
could make you a G or $1,500.
Stevie Young.
Wow.
That was Pochemic Juveniles.
So that's Rab talking about sort of how he started.
Dude, that's
pipes,
awesome. Yeah,
right?
I like a slightly intoxicated Doogie coming in. You'll be called burlist now.
Yeah, we're sitting in a circle. We're just
Hashtag
talking,
burlist.
and I'm just recording everything. And every once in a while, Andrew was like, "All right, shut this off because I'm about to say something controversial." And I can't go out. So I'm like, "Fuck, dude, just don't say anything. I just want to get Rab telling stories." So, and then Andrew also had told some funny stories, and we'll get to that. But
So we've got some bits that we can kind of drag out when we
absolutely. But except Andrew won't let us use his bits, but that's okay.
Doogie. So do we need to have him just back on live? So
we should, and then I don't know. He's going through some things. He doesn't know what to put out on the air right now.
Yeah, is he concerned? Is he concerned about the liberal media coming after him?
I think so. I have no idea. But so So anyway, just to establish a basis of rab, right? So he learned when he was 12. What do you think about that? The way he used to teach, where they like teach the scale, teach them grace note scale, and then burl, and if you can't do it, you're out.
I'm okay with this, but I'm a pretty harsh human being.
Yeah, this is like nowadays that's not the method.
I mean, well, and also, if I had an abundance of students, if I had 50 students,
he had like 40 people. He said in that group.
Yeah, if I have 40 students and I can pare it down to 10, then I can be a lot more harsh, right? Like,
yeah,
if I've got one and they're 75 years old and there's nothing else I can do about it, like, you just got to kind of. I think I changed my paradigm when it comes to solo lessons when we had Callum. When we had Callum and Hoineke on, and I thought he said a thing that really resonated with me, where he's like, yeah, I have some students where I know they're never going to play in a band, so I just try to make goals for them that are attainable, and if you just want to have a tune, we'll have a tune. And
yeah, exactly.
And that kind of shifted my paradigm on solo lessons, because I had some students that I had intercepted when I tried to take over teaching, and I'm still trying to do my best at it, but I'm not doing a great job. Where I was just like, you're never going to fucking play in the band, so why am I wasting my time with you? And I realize now that there's, not everybody's going to play in the band.
Right. I think that's an important.
And I would also say that we have had people before in the band that were never really going to make it in the band, that should have never gone to that kind of modality. They should have just always stuck with solo lessons and solo playing.
Yeah, we probably made mistakes in that aspect.
We had tunnel vision. I mean, we still do to some
pushed
extent.
Everybody in the band, no matter what.
Yeah, like we had tunnel vision. We were up against a crisis, of a crisis of numbers. We still are when it comes to pipes.
True.
So I think that it makes sense. I mean, hindsight being 20/20, I can see why we made the choices we made, but I would do things differently.
Yeah, for sure. So here's another clip of Rab talking about the method of teaching back then, which I find interesting. And then he's going to tell a funny story.
Well, I was quite slow in the practice chanter, but I wasn't necessarily slow. The method of teaching, I was in the practice chanter for almost 2 years before you got pipes. That was just the method of teaching it. It was a long, long journey before you got a tune. And he just wouldn't give you a tune until you knew the embellishments. But nowadays, you wouldn't get away with that nowadays with kids, because they've not got that. Their attention span isn't there, or the focus. There's too many options of things they could be doing. You would lose them if you don't get them on the melody.
Do you think that's a better? If you had the students that kept the focus, then is that better?
I don't think it was a better system. I think it was probably more applicable for its time. Whereas now you're getting kids who want to play melody because they're more musically educated anyway than we were.
A lot of the redneck friends I have are like.
I mean, we spent weeks learning how to read the music. Whereas nowadays, kids, by the time they pick up the practice chanter, very often have a fair idea of how to read music generally, just from school educational music. Mary's Wedding. It was always Mary's Wedding. The tunes that you learned then was Mary's Wedding, Terry Bus, and Corey Hoyle.
They're taking advantage of
Terry Bus.
What have you been calling it?
Allowing their family members become successful.
How would you say it? Terrabus.
And the other ones was Liberton Pipe.
So he talks about, and that's the thing that I got caught up on.
The Terry bus.
Terry bus. I'm like, wait.
It's a bus with all the terrorists on it.
I was like thinking when he said it, like, what is it? Oh, I know that tune, Terrabus.
Directs them sclounces.
But it's interesting that how they talk about you don't get a tune for. He said 2 years.
That's too.
That's crazy.
I don't think you can keep someone on the hook that long.
Not now.
No,
for sure. Back then they had they're fucking goddamn. He could go to practice chanter practice, or he could fucking till the fucking field.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what were their options? I don't know.
He could go to chanter practice,
rocks in a
or
garden.
he could go chisel the rocks into round shapes, put on the wagon.
Right, exactly. I mean, I don't know what year this was, but I mean, what were they doing back then?
Yeah, that's true.
So it was.
I think it's interesting. Man, I mean, I feel like we go even more into kind of like some of the different teaching things, because we do talk about teaching things, but I feel like it'd make more sense if we could get someone. I mean, I would love to get him on the show.
It's.
I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility.
No, I don't think so either.
And just kind of hear about some of the different teaching things, because we've talked about a lot of different methods on the show. Mm-hmm. I just want to beat people with socks full of rocks.
I mean, that is an option.
I mean, that's option J, as we call it.
Option Josh.
Option J is violence. Option F is they have to sit in a room with you while you shit your pants for an hour and a half.
That's another great idea. Put them in the box, boss.
In the box. Well, I gotta say, man, it's good to have you back. I'm glad we're kind of back to form for good old Channer McRanner as we do.
It's good to be back, kind of. Except now we got to go back to work.
Yeah, well, we got to go back to work, and we got some good things coming. I think for the Channerant audience, I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised. But Fusco, with that in mind, now that you're back in town, you've successfully escaped the coronavirus due to your French herpes. Any final thoughts for this episode? Aside from hoping that we're able to pull the audio from the live stream?
I certainly hope, because otherwise this is all going to go to hell. And we just got to post the video public. And
might as well, just call it.
Let that be the thing. My final thoughts are this: is thanks to the cruise, we now have a new bit which will kill some time in the next, I'd say 3 to 4 weeks, as I play a little bit of Rab's interview over the next.
Well, I'll say it was going to be a bit that was all in this episode, but you didn't have time to edit it, right?
Oh no, I edited a bunch of it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So I just have a bunch of clips ready to go.
Also, I feel
but I just figured let's just spread them out, because he's got some good stories, and let's just use it.
Oh yeah, man. Rab's Corner.
Yeah, Rab's Corner for the next 4 weeks of him. He's got some good stuff, and he tells some great stories.
It's a different Rab. I realize how this will be confusing to people.
Not Rab
Matheson.
Lennox. Yeah, Rab Matheson tells some great stories about Jim Kilpatrick and shitting. And I tell you what, you need to hear that story. So
I'm excited.
Next time.
Yeah, tune in to episode 107, Jim Kilpatrick and shitting. Here on the Generate Podcast. That's fantastic. It's good to have you back. I feel like we should probably try some of this hot sauce, right?
Oh, we gotta do it. That's the way they go out. Yeah.
Well, and then the only other thing that I would say that I've learned from this episode. Oh, sweet jumping Jesus! It's tasty. It's not that bad. It's not horrible. It's not as hot as that aloo gobi that fucking Leo had the other night.
Oh, that should be good.
That was crazy. But yeah, my other we didn't even talk about that. That's okay. My only other thing that I've realized is I gotta figure out how to get myself on the Dojo cruise. just to be a wallflower, just to fucking record and make content, because there's so much shit going on.
Oh my god, dude. There's so much.
So I gotta figure out how to get myself there with a camera and an audio recorder.
Andrew would never let you post any of the nonsense, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might be contingent, right? Like, maybe I would go for, like, you only got to, maybe you only pay me for, like, the dojo content that I record. But part of it is you got to let me record some CR content as well.
Let that go out, too.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
I feel like we can work this out. He's a smart guy.
He understands the power of good marketing.
He's a smart dude, and I've played within his rules before, like, so he knows that I'm amenable.
It could be done.
I don't go off reservation when I'm explicitly asked not to.
It could be done. Yeah, I agree. Let's do that. Let's see if we can make that happen.
All right. Well, good to have you back, Fusco. Thank you everyone who tuned in for this episode on the live stream. And we'll see you guys next week for Jim Kilpatrick and shitting stories on episode 107. Cheers.
Later.
Fusco, I'm going to go ahead and play us out. and then I jump in.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Ballsy.
Workshopping stuff for the concert.
Absolutely. That's what the show is.
Do you want to try that again?
Start over.
Do you want a second take of that?
How many times through the first part?
Let's just go right into it. We'll just do normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
1,